everybody. We are back. We were just on Captain Jack's channel for 3 hours. We did a whole show with Savage and Asylum and Afakasi, and everybody was showing up. Rafa, Raider Twan, so it was dope. But had to do my own quick little show. I promise it will not go 3 hours. It cannot. We're mainly going to be talking about our excitement. And I brought on our special guests, as you saw on the thumbnail. But first, we wouldn't even have this channel if it wasn't for the man himself. So here he is. Captain Jack, how the hell are you?
I'm great, and I'm making an appearance only because I was up anyway. And I don't get a chance to see, Angelo I see semi-regularly, okay? And like he said, hey, I wanted to do a show, but I wanted to do like a quick show. I says, fuck you, man. Anytime you're on and doing a show, it's a good hour and a half. So he's full of shit. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's a great time with Angelo. But the main reason why I'm here is because I wanted to see Turp, and I wanted to see Jason, and I wanted to see Severe if he ever pops in. Because
and here you go. Here's the first one, Turp. And here's the second one, Jason.
See, I'm giving you a big Raider break, okay? Because I don't get a chance. And it's not that I don't love you. And I mean this because it's like I got enough of my own stuff going on that I truly mean. Like I said, I told Avakazi this, and for longest time, it's like I'd love to be on, but it's a matter of scheduling and time and other things like that. But I make sure I promote and give out the love to everybody here as well. So for Jason Turf, and obviously for Angelo and Avakazi as well. Anybody that's on, it's enjoyable to be out with them and having a chance. Like Angelo was saying, we had a big show with, it was kind of like a with everybody that was there.
And here's the man himself, Severe. There he is, Captain Jack.
See, Jack. I haven't seen any of these guys in a while. So don't worry, Severe. I'm going to shut up eventually. and I'm going to let you guys do your show. But I wanted to see, and Angelo said, hey, talk about, if you didn't get a chance to see it tonight, go rewatch NFL Nation Live because it was and it's not because it doesn't matter. No, I'm not.
I want you to promote it, Cap, because it's Violator, it's Ref Guru.
Yes,
it's pretty awesome.
That's the reason. That's the reason. It's not because of this ugly mug. No. It's because Ref Guru, a retired NFL official, who is the host moderator. And anybody that can make me shut up, I got to have respect for as well. Okay. Ref Guru runs the show. And of course, you have the Hall of Famer, Wayne Violator Mabry. And then I come on for some knowledge and some comic relief and voices. And, I have knowledge, but I have comic relief stuff as well. So it's a damn good show. And the good thing about tonight's show was Coach Defense, who I had the pleasure of being on the Wild Wild West show with a long time ago before he left for other endeavors. And I love Coach Defense. A Charger fan, and I will say this, a Charger fan, I normally just call them the Garglers, a Charger fan I respect because of his knowledge. So when he says so when we went back and forth with, this fact versus that fact, he knows his stuff. So a lot of respect for Coach Defense. It was a great show. And of course, Coach thinks the Chargers are going to win in week one. But, I respect that, but he had good reason to, okay? But we do and on a normal show, we review last week's, the entire NFL schedule. Then we'll do a halftime break, and then we'll review the upcoming games. It is every Wednesday, 6 o'clock Eastern, 3 o'clock Pacific. Again, just see it for Ref Guru and Violator. And if you can stand having me on with some guests, it's going to be a good show. I'm the Captain Jack of my show with Comic Relief. Yeah, that's it.
I've seen a couple of them, Captain Jack, and I saw it when Amy Trask would come, and it's a really cool. If you're a hardcore Raider fan, you'll love being listening to that show or watching it with, like I said, the Violator, Ref Guru, Captain Jack. It's kind of like a three musketeers sort of different perspectives on things. And Captain Jack's the reason why, guys, that Captain Jack did not want to join our Guillotine League is because he felt he would just beat all of us with all of his football knowledge. So that's why he's not a part of it.
True.
So
it's not true. And I'm going to set the record straight. I'm going to set the record. And I even dropped a bomb, a reality bomb earlier. I have done leagues before. I'm very competitive, but it's also very fucking time consuming. I'm sorry, I've already dropped a couple of it's time consuming, and I got other things going on because not only do I have the YouTube channel, but I have, to get my life together and try. I found a part-time job, which is cool, but I got to find a part-time job on top of a part, and I haven't done that yet. And I got other things going on, right? Yeah. So it takes a lot of time, and blessings to all of you guys that are doing. It's a great concept. I heard about, if you're last, you're out. That's great. And fuck you, your team is now available for pillaging. That's a great concept. Okay.
Yeah. See, that's why we called it the Silver and Black Showdown. Cap, is because it's a bunch of Raider content creators, and like I was already saying to everyone right off the bat. I said, I think the person that's going to win this is either going to be Paul, which is 805 Raider, who does Real Talk Raider Nation, or I even wrote onto an email if Turf ever read it. I was bragging about Turf and his starness as a star college running back, and I said it's either going to be Turf or Paul because they just do way too much research, man. They know names that I can't even pronounce, or I don't know, like. That guy's on the team? Really? I didn't know that. So I figured it would be the two of them winning. But, the Guillotine League, it's a fun league. And basically, it's about engagement, Cap. It's about engagement. Because a lot of times, and again, Raider Nation Jason, you played it every year. Severe, I think it was like 6 years ago that you played last, right? I played one last year. Turf plays it all the time. But most of the time with
not a guillotine league. I've never played
but that's what I'm saying. And Matthew Berry was the one that bought the company. And you want to talk about Mr. Fantasy Football, man, that guy knows his shit. The thing about Guillotine League is it's not a crabs in the barrel mentality. It's let's all help each other to not be the one that gets cut. Because you're going to get cut no matter what. And this is what we were saying before, Severe. Like me and Captain Jack were saying, I'm either going to get your players through the waiver wire and fab bidding, or we can actually trade and you could survive another week and I could survive another week. Yeah. How would you rather have it, man? You want to be the guy that holds on and hogs players in your benches that's not going to help you anyways? Yeah. Or would you like to actually play? And here's the crazy part, Turf, that people like Paul and Severe and everybody's starting to understand now. Jason and I understood it from the get-go. That's why we traded first. It's on optimal scoring. So whoever your highest scorers are anyway are the ones that end up on the starting slot, but they're only going to score 8. So let's say you're too busy, Turf, like what happened on the draft. Turf, can you tell us, because your life is so amazing, and you're like fucking P. Diddy with more planes or something, because he's flying to Minnesota. This guy's going VIP to the Texas game. But Turf missed our draft, so he did auto pick. He ended up drafting well anyways. But Turf, tell us why you were so busy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. I have a lot of friends, a lot of places, and long story short, man, before I could get off the plane, I got my buddy giving me a call. Shout out to Buns, Pause, aka Bunnerik, one of my guys from Cambodia. He had front row seats to the UT game against Colorado State. So, and it wasn't just any old kind of seats. We actually was with a legend that ran track at UT. And I got to go into crevices and cracks of the stadium that I haven't been to, and I've been in Austin, Texas for 17 years. So I was amazed at it. I knew UT was just one of those schools, but after that, you guys, shameless plug, you can catch some of my footage that's online. But I was just blown away for it to be at college. You would think it was like pro. It would be top pro level type of display for their, alumni, all that. It was just amazing. So I did miss it.
No, but my whole point though, and thank you, sir, because my entire point is the league is designed to be stress-free, super positive for everybody. And if you fucking miss it, like if you forget that one of your players is injured and they were on the starting lineup, optimal roster will fix it for you anyways. You see what I'm saying? Like the idea is just have fun, man. Stop being a hater. So if you keep hating on trades, you're just a hater, man. Stop. Understand the rules and play it.
As long, and I said this earlier. I said
over here, willing and dealing, bro. He's over here, willing and dealing, man.
Hey, look, go ahead, Cap. Go ahead and finish what you're saying, and then
the one time I won a league, and I was like second in another. I should have won that league too. And I said this, and it made me throw up. And as I said this, I think maybe Angelo remembers the one time I won a league. Tom Brady was my quarterback, and I couldn't stand that fact that I won the league because Tom Brady is my quarterback. Because I knew this was in the 2000 odds. It was before we even hit 2010. I couldn't stand it. I was still in uniform. I didn't have my beard. I had hair that was military reg, but Tom Brady was I can't stand that fact. And that's another thing about fantasy is that you have to be able to look out and say, okay, I hate this bastard. It would be like if I had a team now that had Mahomes and freaking Kelsey, and I had the bile that would be in my mouth that I would have to root for them to get point. No, I can't do it, guys. I can't do it because I'm competitive. I would make sure I get the best team available. But my blessings and my positives for every one of y'all that do, I know you're going to have fun. And like I said, I just couldn't do it. But again, it's not because I didn't want to, because of y'all. I just, like I said, I've given up fantasy, kind of like people like Catholics give up stuff for Lent. I will do like, if you have, hey, I got this guy and I got this guy, who do you suggest? I will give advice and I will be happy with that. Not y'all don't need advice. You're wonderful. You're pros. You're good.
Captain Jack.
Sir.
So you saying there's a chance? You just lifted my spirits, right?
Yeah.
So
there's a chance. Tom Brady's not in this league, man. There's a chance for you, Chase. You're good, brother.
But I got that Patrick Mahomes though, so you know what I mean. Like that's why when your
team is rocking.
I got aces in places, but you know what I'm saying. Like, but you know, it's just surviving. If I can survive 2 weeks, we'll be straight. You know what I mean?
And that's all it is. Like I was telling Andy this is, and I swear I know I talk too much. I did that. I will say this and leave. Okay. He was going over when like the one guy, the bottom guy gets out and the players are available. And he said, maybe this guy had Christian McCaffrey on his team.
Yeah.
Right. He said, and you guys, and wonderful, you got $1,000 to spend for your entire league. For your year, and you got to make it count because that is the cap. But I said, if you got a team that is rocking and you just need that one guy, if you need that one guy, Cap would spend $400 to get Christian McCaffrey to bring him onto my already juiced team, and then I would divvy up the $600 later on because I think if McCaffrey is healthy, he's the guy that's going to take me to the championship because the other guy had him, but he had a shitty team, and that's why he was guillotined off. This is just me. Yeah. This is just me. You know, I'm Johnny Vegas, you know, just like John Candy said, you know, in strike, you know, hey, I'm Johnny, hey, but that's me. I'm a big, you know, like that. Yeah, I'll take the chance. But you guys are going to have fun. And I will say this again, and blessings. Remember, anytime that you're not busy, pop in, talk about the league, talk about your stuff. I'm on Thursdays and Sundays, and the NFL Nation Live. I don't do things, and Peggy and I will be doing stuff every other Tuesday once I get with Peggy because I need to do that. But
Peggy Holmes,
invited.
No
You're
Diddy.
always
Peggy
invited.
Holmes.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
girlie right there. Shout out Peggy Holmes.
Miss Peggy and I have been
knows
doing a
football.
show for years, every other Tuesday, and and we try to cater to a ladies' audience.
Right.
And
Right.
I don't want. I said, Peggy, I'll be in the back. I'll produce. She's like, oh hell no, you're going to be up front.
Yeah.
But it's Peggy saying a bunch of stuff on for an hour because I only get an hour, and then I fill in the last hour because I thought I had to. I don't need to anymore, as I only have to do an hour for the national streaming sports. But please come on, and again, Severe, Jason, Turf, Angela, have fun. It's going to be great. I want to hear about it. And all y'all know that you're invited on my show anytime. I'll try to come in and do as I can. If I do can, let me know what your times are. Or if you need me to pop in for a second, I ain't doing anything. Hey, give me an invite, and I will be there. But take care of yourselves. Blessings to your good health. Hopefully, I will have some good health too. But I say this as Raider fans are getting ready for this season. It's our year, whether we're hosting that Lombardi, and I want to see at least one more before I die. God knows I don't want to see one more before I die. But it's going to be our year no matter what the outcome is.
Yeah.
Because Raider Nation always wins because our fans are the best, and you guys know that. And this is a accumulation of great fans right here. And I thank you for being on with Angelo. And again, blessings to your wonderful guillotine league. And when you get cut, or if you get cut, I guess Jason ain't gonna get cut, so he's got Mahomes. That's one of those things. But when y'all get cut, I want to hear about it. You guys say, hey, and I want to hear about the circumstances. It'll be fun to listen to you as well.
Oh,
Thanks, Cap. Thanks for joining us tonight. Thank you so much. Good night. It's like 1 a.m. there. Good night, Cap.
Yeah, I know. Right?
I gotta shut up.
Nah, you all good, brother.
So check it out. Like Captain Jack was saying, right, about the fab money. If you want to, if let's say Leo gets cut, Christian McCaffrey's there. Turf, you want to spend $300 when you know you only got 1,000 for 17 more weeks, that's on you. Right. But if like there's another route, and it's the route me and Jason have taken, which is you start trading early because you just trade hop. I traded a move with Jason because originally, if you watch the draft night, Severe, I know you were busy. You were caught up with your daughters, man. You're such a good dad. So went to auto draft. I understand. But on that draft night, even Jason was like, damn, I really wanted Troy Franklin because he believes that Troy Franklin will end up being the Jamar Chase to Bo Nix, just like Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase were.
Yes.
I believed it too. That's why I drafted Troy Franklin. I was like, oh, yeah, this guy's going to do great. Sean Payton hates memes. This is going to be perfect, right? So then after the draft, like I think it was the next day, right, Jason? Before we even did it, I called him first. This is what I mean about what's fun about our league is we can personally engage with each other.
Yeah.
I called him and I said, hey, listen, I know you want Franklin, man, and you tried to give me an offer, and I forgot what it was. It was a 1-for-1, I think. It was like Jahan Dotson.
It was garbage.
It was a garbage. It was a garbage. Which you cannot do in our league. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't do garbage trades. I use a trade analyzer because I'm not going to pretend to be as smart as Turf at this. I'm not good at it. I use a trade analyzer, and if the trade analyzer says 50-50, or if it's like, let's say it was 60-40, but I can make it even by giving you $20, Severe. That's what I try to do. I try to even it out so that nobody says I'm trying to rob somebody, right? Anyways, I called up Jason and I go, listen, bro, I understand why you like Troy Franklin. I understand why I like Troy Franklin. But the only way I can make this shit work is if we actually do like something. Like, so we ended up doing a 3-team deal together. I ended up getting a couple of players. He ended up getting a couple of players. And the first hater that went on, I don't want to say his name, but you know who I'm talking about, Turf, right? It's like, that deal doesn't make sense. Kind of like calling out Jason like he doesn't know what he's doing. First of all, read the rules. The rules strictly say that you have $1,000 worth of fab money. So if we're not moving players around, like the economic system, if you're not moving the money around, eventually you're going to get cut anyways, and then we're going to have to bid on your player. So,
Yeah.
dummy, do you want to survive another week? Then find a team that needs your help that might be able to help you, and then you move forward. Now, I want to fast forward, Turfs, to let you know this is how much of why I'm not an expert at this. I had to bother Severe while he was at work, okay, this morning for like 2 hours, where I was like, hey, bro, so I'm thinking about offering this trade, right?
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, you know, because my friend Shep at Turf, you had dinner with Shep, right? You had dinner, you had Korean food with Shep, you had Japanese food with Shep, right? Shep is a Cowboys fan. You and I know this, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Shep totally does not believe in Devontae Adams' ability because Shep felt that last year and you might be able to remember this, Jason. If you drafted Devontae Adams last year in your fantasy draft, for the first 8 weeks, he was garbage. Okay? He was garbage. Okay, true, Jason?
I had him and Tyreek Hill, and thank God for Tyreek Hill. Because
amen. I had him too, and I traded him like a bad habit, bro. I got Jacoby Myers as a wide receiver too. So thank you for Jacoby Myers last year. So this is the thing. Devontae Adams goes to my wife's team. Okay. And she's trading away something that Shep wanted because we have no IRs in our league. So the way it works is even if you're keeping a PUP player like Jonathan Brooks with Dub Raider, Walter Dub Raider right now has Jonathan Brooks. It's okay. Yeah, I mean, like he's not on IR, but as long as you can survive each week, when he finally comes around, man, you won't have to spend fab money on an RB1. And that's the way Shep was thinking. He was like, I saw all the tight ends already get picked up. I don't want to have to spend my fab money later. So let me go ahead and let me just go get this now. So anyway, now we're going to Severe, right? I'm moving and shaking. But I'm like, nah, man, Shep's not really dumb, and he's a Cowboys fan. So let me just ask Severe first. I ended up acquiring Justin Herbert, Turf. Now, my dilemma here was this, okay? I had Matthew Stafford. My Raji's friend is a Rams fan. He's in our league, okay? He wanted Matthew Stafford. Now, I could care less. All I need a quarterback to do is give me 10 to 15 points, and I'm gonna be home free. Okay, I don't really care. So I don't need a star quarterback. I just need a quarterback to get me to pass week 1, right? So I'm like, I'll give you Matthew Stafford, bro, but I mean, I kind of don't really want anybody in your team except Zay Flowers. So, you know, like we got to somehow make a trade here, but I don't want to lose another quarterback either. So how about I give you Matthew Stafford, you give me whichever quarterback you want. I don't care. He had Kirk Cousins and Justin Herbert. Right. And I said, but I want Zay Flowers for Rashad Bateman. Because one of the things you don't want to have in this league is your team. Unless you're trying to stack or something, you don't want the same player in the same team because they're going to have the same bye week.
Right.
Yeah.
And then that might be the week you get cut. So you want to have opposites, right? So I was like, so I'll give you Rashad Bateman, you give me Zay Flowers, and then give me whichever quarterback you want. He decides to give me Justin Herbert. So now, Turf, I'm bothering Severe because I'm like, I don't want Justin Herbert, bro. Like I get the whole fantasy, he's good, but he's about to play our Raiders, dude, and I can't do it. Like I was gonna bench his ass anyways. So because Shep is a Cowboys fan and he could care less, I was thinking of a way to trade Herbert to him, but he honestly didn't really need a quarterback per se because he had Anthony Richardson, which Severe said, yeah, AR-15. He's going to rock it this week. Yeah. So then I'm like, all right. So then me and Severe for an hour, man, went from a 2-player trade to a 3-player trade to a 4-player trade. And then Severe finally said, look, bro, if it was me, if I was in Shep's position looking at his roster, I wouldn't do it unless you gave me this guy too. So then it turned into a 5-player trade. And then I called Shep. I didn't even call Shep until after I got done with Severe. And I said, listen, man, here's what I'm thinking, but you can do what you want. I just think, look, out of the two of us, I'm the one getting fleeced. All right, out of the two of us, I only wanted one player from you, but I respect Severe enough to know that he knows his fantasy football better than me, and he says it would be unfair to you unless we do it this way, which I'm totally fine with. So that's what I did. Now, Turf, let me ask you, okay, because you are the fantasy football expert in this whole room, okay, Turf? So I'm going to ask you, do you really think that this is a horrible trade for somebody? Okay. I'm pulling it up right now. Sorry, Turf.
Yeah, I'll
Give
have
me
to
a second.
look at it and see.
Because hold on.
Because I'll be honest, I didn't really analyze it at all.
Yeah. Okay.
First to admit.
So
I just know that
I
there were
can share
rumbling.
screen this so you can see it. And Severe's the one again, man. If it wasn't for Severe, this trade would have never happened. My original offer was booty. So I'm sorry, Severe. Like I mean, I'm using a trade analyzer, so I don't know, dude. You know, like I thought that was a fair trade, and Severe was like, nah, bro, that's terrible. You gotta offer this, and then you gotta offer this, and then you gotta offer this. So you can see right here that Shep is them boys. It was a 5-player trade, which he will remain nameless, but stop hating on the way the league works, dude. It's a league of economy, and if you want to hold your money in a bed sheet, that's on you. But the rest of us, we want to spend our money and keep going with trades. So, but Turf, look at that trade. I gave up. Check out what I had to give up. I gave up Justin Herbert. I gave up Zay Flowers. I gave up Keenan Allen. I gave up Chuba Hubbard, who is the starting running back for the next 4 weeks until Jonathan Brooks gets ready, right? I gave up all those dudes, and I gave him Njoku, a real tight end one. All I really wanted out of this deal, Turf, was Amon-Ra St. Brown. I didn't really want anyone else because the rest of them were going in my bench anyways, okay? Right.
So
but he ends up giving me Ladd McConkey, Bryce Young, who I'm going to start this week. I'm going to have to. Freiermuth, Amon-Ra St. Brown, and Zach Moss. Which one of us here, if you were just doing a regular league, which one of us would have been the one that got fleeced?
This trade specifically, I'm not going to lie. I mean, I would say you lost.
Exactly.
No, I'll be honest.
And there's certain people in this league that keep acting like
I haven't looked at
the one that's doing this. And I'm like,
no. I mean, I mean, the only real thing you got out of that
was St. Brown.
Exactly. And
now
Herbert,
check this out.
A starting tight end and Zay Flowers,
exactly. Now check this out, Turf. Because the way the guillotine rules work, the only thing that matters is the 8 players that it's going to count for your starters. I wasn't playing no one else anyway, and what I would have had on my Amon-Ra St. Brown slot was going to be Keenan Allen. Now, Turf, if you were going to start someone, would you rather have Amon-Ra St. Brown or Keenan Allen?
It's obvious. I mean, although it's not a huge drop off from Keenan Allen, if you ask me. I mean,
well, okay. Well, then
it's a PPR league too, though. That's the thing. That's why I was saying like St. Brown is such because he's a high volume guy. So
correct. He always catches a lot.
Yeah, he's a high volume guy. So it's like in PPR league, having St. Brown, I mean, I think that's gonna help. I didn't know that. I thought Ladd McConkey was gonna be wide receiver 2, and
he's not, bro. He's like a slot third guy.
He's
but
the
I
third.
listen to you, Severe, because you're smarter than me.
Look, man, I told you, I haven't played. The last time I played fantasy football, I drafted Calvin Johnson in the first one. That's how long ago it was, bro. This is like 2013. Bro. It's like
I'm not gonna lie.
Time.
We got this trade right here. I mean, that's honestly just Flowers, Herbert, and Njoku alone.
Yeah.
Let alone Keenan Allen. For I'm not a big fan of Bryce Young. I don't think he has a whole lot around him. I mean, tight end.
I like Bryce. I
like him too, but
I think Canales is going to do something with them. I like they picked up Deontay. They picked up Deontay Johnson, and they picked up they got Xavier Leggett. I think he's eventually going to replace Thielen. Thielen is kind of washed. So I think with that, I think they can I think he'll have a bounce back year. I don't think he'll have like a crazy year, but I think they'll let him run a little bit more. We see what Canales did with Baker last year and Tampa, I want to say. So I think I'm looking for not a huge year from Bryce, but like a bounce back year for Bryce.
Now
here's
the
two
thing.
quarterbacks are Bo Nix and Bryce Young, though. So it is.
Yeah. No, now here's
that's
the
the
thing. Here's
scary
what's great.
part.
Here's what's crazy, Turf, right? Okay, so me and Jason, we understood this concept right away. You got to move your players like they're money because, again, it's basically the way the app works is it's only going to score your 8 starters. And then the most important thing isn't that you're first place. The most important thing is that you're not last place.
Yeah.
So as long as your average is 80 or more, you're fine because the cut line is going to be 60, right?
Right.
So then someone who, let's say, I don't know, I'm just going to throw it out there. Someone who has a Christian McCaffrey, let's just say, but has got a bunch of other crap for the other positions, he might be hurting himself because Christian McCaffrey might not do as well as he thought in week 1, Turf. We never know how good someone's going to do in week 1.
No, I agree.
Right? So then what if everybody else tanks? That's the person that gets cut because that person decided not to trade with anyone. But if you're trading with everyone to make everything basically equal as you can make it,
well,
then it's just the games being played. The games are just going to get played the way it is. So the way I like to say it is we are in a positive, stress-free league and not like a crabs in a barrel type league where we're trying to drag each other down. If I can help you, Turf, like right now I got players on my bench. Brother, if you want to say to me, Angelo, you're not going to use that guy anyways.
Right.
All right. I'll be like, Turf, sure, man. But let me tell you what I'm going to want because just in case. And that's why I even did those moves is I needed a tight end for a tight end. I needed a wide receiver for a wide receiver. But in a normal field, Ladd McConkey, of course, does not equal Keenan Allen.
No, not
all right.
That.
But in this particular case, Turf, now, Jason, I want you to see this. Because I traded with my transplant friend from 2 days ago. Then I traded with Myra G's friend. Then I traded with you, right? I used all those players and moved them around like United States money, bro. Basically, Turf, this is what my week 1 starting lineup is now, which Severe is telling me he thinks I'm safe. I'm going to let you decide, Turf, if I'm safe or not for week 1, all right? So this is my week 1 starting lineup right here.
In fact, can we look at all 4 of ours?
Yeah. Oh, my bad, guys. There we go. Can you see that, Turf?
Yeah.
Okay. That's who the 8 players that will get scored.
Yeah, man, you're safe. I mean, depending on
you got Justin Jefferson.
That was my first round pick, Turf.
He got Justin Jefferson, but he got Sam Darnold throwing to Justin Jefferson now. So is it the same Justin Jefferson?
No, that's very
Kyron Williams. I think Kyron Williams was like second team all pro last year. So, Ramondre Stevenson is going to be the bell cow back in New England. And we already know, they got a defensive head coach. They got Jacoby Brissett at quarterback, will basically little to nothing on the outside. So they're gonna pound the run. They're gonna pound it in the run game. I think Trey McBride is one of the most underrated tight ends in the league. And Murray, I think he's gonna have a bounce back year. So I think you're in a good spot.
I don't think you're in a bad spot by any means.
You're in a good spot.
Now again, this is just my week 1, Turf. Because next week I might just go, Turf, you want to trade? Because the stars doesn't matter to me. Matthew Berry literally said, you can win this entire championship as long as you're second to last every single week.
Right.
Every single week, if you're second to last, you have a chance to win the championship. So star names to me don't matter.
Yeah, I didn't go like more. Well, in a couple places I did, but I'm thinking more for injuries down the road. You know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be, hitting hitting people that aren't too friendly. You know what I mean?
Okay,
so
now I'm glad you said that, Jason, because let me address that. Then I'm going to show another page. You can keep talking. You're talking about injuries for the future, which again is the mentality of regular fantasy football. But in Guillotine League, if you don't get cut next week, Jason, all those people you didn't start on your bench anyways, you're going to drop them. So you could put money on a waiver wire so you can get the really good players that, let's say, the guy that has Christian McCaffrey dropped, right? Like, you know what I'm trying to say?
The only, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, well, I was just going to say, my guys on the bench are like camp bodies. You know what I mean? It's I have my starters for the most part, you know, a couple I can clean up, but for the most part, as the weeks go by, I'm just gonna fill in, you know what I mean, where my weaknesses are. Hope I last another one so I can fill in another, and you know what I mean, just kind of just stack it up because it is
now, Turf,
like
that's like, Jason's lineup right there. What do you think, Turf? Is he surviving week 1?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah. How could he not? Yeah.
Can't go. And then so like my gaps are I could use some more running backs and I could use a better flex and then tight ends, of course. But you know, I have a good base with, you know, the pieces I do have. Like Debo's kind of like a running back and a wide receiver, so they're going to use him a lot. And then Mahomes is going to be Mahomes, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm hoping Joe Mixon can get some work. And then see for Madison, I think that might be a sleeper. Yeah, it's kind of a sleeper because I feel like we know kind of what Zeus is, but I feel like they're going to kind of use Madison just as kind of like a battering ram. You know what I mean? Just get some work, kind of keep Zeus healthy. You know what I'm saying? So there's going to be a mix of him in there too. And I'm just hoping, you know, but for Michael Pittman, I think like how Minshew made that guy is, you know, pretty much that was his number one. So like he was, you know, he had success. He had 1,000 yards. So I'm hoping Richardson can definitely get him to that. And the rest, you know, can definitely be improved. But I'm just hoping that my, you know, the stars can really be stars for the first 2 weeks at least.
Right. And see, and Jason was the one who you guys see what I'm saying? He knows way more fantasy football than me, and he's the one that made the trade with me.
Yeah.
How am I a criminal in all of this, Severe?
Everybody knows everybody knows on here knows more fantasy football than me.
Well, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not gonna sit here and say that I understand why it makes sense to trade with people more than a regular league.
Thank you, Turf.
No. I'm saying I don't understand why you're promoting that it makes more sense.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me
trade
explain
more. And what I'm trying to say is if, for instance, if I had the first, second, and third pick, I'd probably beg to differ.
Now, Turf,
maybe down the line, you know, but.
No, Turf. That's a really good point. So I'm going to show you yours because you haven't made a trade yet. Okay. I'm going to show you yours, and yours isn't bad. But again, this was auto pick. Which originally Sheps was auto pick too, and I think Dub Raiders was auto pick. A couple of a few people's were auto pick, but I'm gonna pull up yours, Turf, so that we could all see. Hold on. We play 4 quarters. Where are you? We play 4 quarters. I'm looking for. Oh, there it is. Got it. All right. So this is Turf. This was auto pick. So don't like mess with Turf too much. But I thought it was pretty good. I was like, damn, auto picks did you some justice.
Yeah, Turf is solid.
Yeah, it was auto pick, but I mean there was some picks.
Now let me ask you this, Turf. Let me ask you this. This is a question on the trade. You right now have Jordan Mason. Okay. You just saw, like, if we were going to pick weaknesses when you looked at Jason's or mine, right? Because it's about just gaining strengths to equal everything out.
Right.
In this, if everybody in your actual starting lineup right now all plays great, right, you're home free. Yeah. But if one of them has a bad game or one of them gets injured into half or whatever, okay, right, where would you say your biggest weakness is in this right here?
Right here where I'm sitting, it's going to have to be considered my tight end spot.
You think so? Because I was gonna say it's your flex with Jordan Mason. He's the maybe RB2, and if Isaac Guerrero is actually ready this week, it's going to be a split time between Jordan Mason and Isaac Guerrero, which means it's a CMC thing. So I would say that would be the weakest. And then I don't know, man. I mean, Dallas Goedert's got an oblique injury from what I read.
Right, exactly. I don't think he may not even play, right? I mean, that's a risk.
Okay, so now here's your bench. Okay. Now, when you look at your bench, are you confident that any one of those that could replace those other ones could help you?
No.
Okay. So this is where the trade matters, Turf. This is where it matters.
I mean, Cade. I do like Cade. I like Cade Otten. And
but do you think he'll get you enough points in week 1? Because again, we're not talking about 18 weeks. You might already
no. I understand. And I'm saying I would actually probably trade him. I mean, not trade him, but I would actually probably move him into the tight end starting position over Goddard.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay. All right. So if you were just okay on the just in cases, all right.
Because I mean, if I have to, so my question to you is because I heard you say the optimizer, meaning that it's just going to pick the top best, right?
Exactly. That's
so it doesn't matter who's on your bench or not, because whoever, right?
I mean, it is better for you to just set up your lineup the way you wanted to, but and I don't know exactly if once the game starts and your dude gets injured, I don't know how the computer will look at that, but because again, this is my first time playing it too. But for the most part, the optimizer is supposed to give you whichever position it was in the highest points of what it would be, which is why I was saying like the automatic picking, like Derek Carr. Do you think he's a good enough backup quarterback for you, or would you like to get rid of him?
Well, I mean, I definitely don't want Derek Carr. I like Derek Carr from that respect, but I mean, that's why I say I don't know what who's gonna trade for him. You know what I mean?
Like, but that's what. Now this is the part that I'm glad we're talking about this now. This is the fun part, Turf. How would you know if you don't call him?
No, I understand, but I just.
So, for example, like if I was looking at let's say I was saying to myself, you know what, Turf's got a pretty good roster, and I don't know necessarily if Turf's the one that's going to get cut, let's say. So if I help Turf right now,
right?
If I help you because I got a bench player I'm not using anyway,
I get it.
Right? Like the advantages are more for let me help this other person, not let me try to take them down. So now, like, think about that, Turf, because you might have something that Severe really wants. And the way I saw it is I would rather take 3 15-point fantasy players for one possible 30-point fantasy player just because I only need them for the 1 week. So I still would get 45 points off of 3 for a 3-for-1. Right. So I would give 1 star up and then like just take 3 of your mids and then you give me back 3 garbage players that I'm going to put on the bench anyways. Like that's the way. Now, again, you don't have to follow my philosophy. I'm just saying.
Right. No, I understand. I get it. It's just, I get it. I mean, you're absolutely right. It definitely does make more sense to trade, more than you would in a regular league, period.
Right. And the fun part, the real competition, Turf, isn't in the players and in the trades, because the game's going to get played, and you played football, Surf, so the game's going to get played no matter how it's going to get played, and then we're going to find out what happens. The fun competitive part is in the bidding, because none of us will know how much someone's going to bid for the other.
Right. No, you can run out of money quick. I agree.
Exactly. So now let me check out. Let's look at Severe's, because Rock reigns supreme absolutely hated his picks, because he was, I think, picking, and then it went to auto because he was in the buffet with his daughters for the daughters' birthdays, right? A lot of good dads in our league. So check this out.
You got CeeDee Lamb, bro.
That's what I was saying. I'm like, what are you talking about?
That's his flex. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's wild.
I got CD at flex because they put him on the exempt list. I didn't know for sure if he's playing or not.
Right. No, I understand.
But check it out though, right? Okay, so let's pretend CD wasn't playing.
Right.
Is his roster bad, Turf?
No. Absolutely not.
Yeah.
That would get him to survive, right?
Yeah, I got Najee and Jalen handcuffed. Ideally I'd want to move off one of those, but really I'm not sure if Najee might not end up being a starter in Pittsburgh. To be honest with you.
Yeah, Warren. Yeah, exactly. And I'm gonna be honest. I like Warren better.
I got Troy Franklin for Najee right now. Just think about it. You know,
I'm good at wide receiver. I got Malik Neighbors. I got Deontay Johnson.
Yeah,
Deontay Johnson is wide receiver 1 in Carolina. I got CD. I'm good at wide receiver. I need a back.
Okay, now Severe, I want you to convert your brain into thinking worst case scenario. Okay, CD Lamb doesn't play, and the only thing that matters is for you to survive. Now, I understand you want to keep CD, so you would never want to trade your first round pick. I get it. Okay, but looking at your current roster right now, okay, how would you fill him out? Because Troy Franklin might have a good game. In all honesty, Ricky Pearsall got shot, unfortunately, he ain't playing for a while.
Yeah.
Are you honestly saying to me that Jalen McMillan will get more points than Troy Franklin? Now, let me. I'm going to keep going. The reason why I hate Green Bay receivers is because I never fucking know who Jordan Love's going to throw it to.
Yeah.
So are you sure Dontavian Wicks is going to get more points than Troy Franklin? And Greg Dulcich? Really, bro? Right? Yeah. And Isaiah Likely? I mean, if Mark Andrews does play, how many points is Isaiah Likely going to get you? So you see how right now you got my man Jason saying to you, I mean, you don't like Najee Harris, but I like Najee Harris.
Right.
So you see how players are subjective, Turf. It's just like boxing. You don't like. I'm not saying you, Turf, because you.
Right. No, I understand.
But like some people say, like Severe, you don't like Shakur Stevenson. I like Shakur Stevenson.
You don't like Shakur Stevenson?
I like Shakur Stevenson, man. I do not like Shakur Stevenson.
But you see what I'm saying, Turf? So it's like somebody complaining that Severe traded away Shakur Stevenson to you, who loves Shakur Stevenson. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? like my preference is my preference, and your preference is your preference. Like, shut the fuck up and do some trades. Right. So it's the same thing here, right? So Severe, would you consider right now on air the possibility? Is there a trade scenario possibility in where Troy Franklin could possibly help you? And what would you give him if the player he wants is Najee Harris? How can you make that work the same way you made my 5-player trade work today?
See, the only way that will work for me is if CD doesn't play. If CD doesn't play.
Right.
But, even then, that's why I have CD at flex right now, just because I know you hating on my boy Greg Dulcich.
I was about to say Greg I like Dulcich
Greg. He's a sleeper. I'm telling you, Greg Dulcich. He's a move tight end. He's a guy. The other tight end like Trout, or I think it's Troutman or something like that. He's not really a receiving option out there. And we know Sean Payton likes to use his tight ends. He did it with Taysom. He did it with the basketball player. I forget his name. He did it with the guy. He did it with the guy that we had. I can't think of anybody's name right now, but he likes to use his tight end. Greg Dulcich,
Graham.
Jimmy Graham and the one we had. Yep. I forget it, before Waller. You know what I'm talking about.
Austin Hooper?
No,
you talking about
Fryer?
No.
Mercedes Lewis?
No, you talking about Miller? You talking about Miller or no?
He played for the Rams. I want to say.
Oh, what's his name? Oh, from
Cook.
Yeah, Cook.
Cook.
Jared Cook.
Yeah. So.
Jared Cook. Okay.
Yeah. So Peyton likes his tight ends. He likes his tight ends. So and Greg Dulcich is the best receiving option to have a tight end, and he's probably one of the more athletic tight ends in the league. He's just plays in Denver, so nobody knows who he is. But
Right.
I was very familiar with him. He was my tight end one the year he came out. So
All right. Okay. Now let me ask you this, Severe. I just told you that again, not according to me, according to the president of Guillotine League, Paul Charchian, and Matthew Berry, who owns the league. They said it is not favorable to you in a guillotine format to keep two of the same players who are playing essentially the same position.
Yeah.
Are you telling me that Najee Harris is so important to you going into the next 2 weeks that you couldn't see yourself letting him go for, oh, I don't know, man. Let's just take a look at what good old Jason's got to offer. And it's up to you too, Jason. I'm just trying to help you the same way Severe helped me out, because
and please don't take it offensive, because I'm a checking ain't cheating type of person. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw it out. I'm gonna throw it out there. You know what I mean? And if hey, you never know. Closed mouths don't get fed.
Now, Severe, I'm just gonna throw this scenario out at you. This is just me, Severe. This is just me. But I mean, I don't know what Najee Harris is going to do, but do you believe that Najee Harris will be serviceably way more points this week than Alexander Madison?
That's the question, because they're both in committee systems. So I think that and especially in Pittsburgh, they're gonna roll with Arthur Smith is gonna roll with whoever has the hot hand. I think
whoever's hot. I agree.
Okay. Okay. So, now I'm gonna throw this.
That's why I gotta this week I gotta handcuff those guys until I can possibly pick up a better option.
But that's what I'm saying is by handcuffing yourself this way. This is the thinking, Turf. This is the thinking that Matthew Berry and Paul Charchian were talking about. This, oh man, I don't know. Because if you move now, if you buy now, buy short now, right? Then you survive a week.
Oh, yeah.
Then you survive a week. Then you still got 1,000 fab money to do whatever you were going to do anyway. So I'm just going to throw something out. Okay. I'm going to throw something out. Here you go. Here it is right here. Turf, you tell us. Hold on. Sorry. Okay. This is Jason's format. All right. This is what he's got. And you can see that there's Madison there, which I don't know. Jason might not really care about that guy that much. I don't know. Okay. But he said he's willing to move. He's willing to give him Troy Franklin, who will be the wide receiver 2 in Denver, guaranteed. It won't be Marvin Mims. All right. Troy Franklin for Najee Harris, but then Severe is going to say, nah, man, you got to give me something else. So, Severe, what would that something else be that you might need in your team?
The issue is that me and him, our weakest position is probably running back. So we're both looking for running back. So, would I have Joe Mixon over them? More likely, because I think he's going to be the unquestioned, starter in Houston. And we saw what Devin Singletary was able to do last year. So I think Joe Mixon can at least do what he did, possibly more. So I mean, it would be a situation.
But you're still, but you see what I mean? You're still thinking long term, because if you were to ask Jason right now, Jason, if he were to ask you for Joe Mixon, what would it cost him? It'd probably cost them, somebody really good, right, Jason?
Yeah, because I agree with Severe, because running back is definitely where I got holes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would say my needs is number 1, running back, number 2, tight end, number 3 flex. Because it's like Algier, I think, is gonna pretty much be split.
Hear Algier is gonna produce pretty high.
I hope so.
I think
that's a tough one.
Because you already know. I've been touting Zamir White since the last 2 years. I've been saying Zamir White gets his opportunity, he's going to take it and run with it. And people were saying, "Oh no, we gotta pay Josh Jacobs whatever he wants." And I wouldn't do it. Zamir White is a damn good player, and as soon as he got an opportunity, he kind of took the ball and ran with it, literally. So I think he's going to see a bulk of the carries. And so I don't know how much run Madison will really have. So, I do like Algier though. I do like Algier, but they got.
This is where I throw the monkey in the wrench, Turf. you have two, I would say, A-level running backs right now.
Yeah, Kenneth
Would
Walker
you
and-
be willing to give one of them up to these guys so that you can make your roster stronger?
I got A.T. Perry for James Conner.
See, and it's that kind of trading that doesn't happen, man.
I see,
never know.
but my calculation, Angelo, is that I don't want my team to be so strong that I have a bad waiver position.
Right.
I just want to guarantee that I'm not going to be in last place. And I feel pretty good about where I'm at. I do not
Okay.
think I will be in last place. So I will take my chances. And then, if I see somebody on the waiver wire that's worth it, because I'm not expecting to make a whole bunch of moves on the waiver wire. I'm expecting to make kind of like
One move, one big move.
one or two
Prop
big
bet,
moves.
though. That's the prop bet.
Yeah,
Who do
one or
we
two
all
big
think is
moves.
going to be the last? Who do we think is going
Okay,
to be
so
the last?
let's look, Turf. Let's look at it right now.
The worst.
Because like 6 different people have made trades. So let's look.
I'm not going to even lie. Like, there's a chance that Raider Nation Jason might go home, but there's even bigger chance.
There's that Patrick Mahomes and all that.
Who are the bottom four? That's what.
Okay, so let's see. Well, we won't really know because again, it's all projections.
No, I'm talking about by projections. The projections should be able to tell us who are the bottom four.
Well, I think it originally yesterday when Severe looked, because you can only find it in your app. Severe, when you look at your app, who does it say is on the chop list now?
That's
it
crazy.
might still be me. I don't know.
No,
I never knew that.
Actually, I think you're projected to be number one
now.
But,
okay,
I think you're projected to be number one now. I think that's the move you made earlier.
Yeah, because of the 5 trade move, right? Which Turf, you would agree, is a terrible move if I'm in a regular league. If I'm in a regular league, I gave up way too much just to get Amon-Ra St. Brown. But in this league, I just cared about winning week 1, and now the computer is saying I will be number 1 in week 1. So I guess I'm safe, right? But this is Myra G's friend Albert right here. See, he traded me. I gave him Matthew Stafford. He gave me Herbert and Flowers, and I gave him Bateman and Stafford. So yeah, Stafford, Jahmyr Gibbs, right? What do you think of this, Turf?
I mean, on paper, how can you be mad? You're not mad at this on paper.
Okay. Yeah. So the only one thing I would say is if Kyle Pitts gets injured, his backup is Tyler Conklin.
All tight ends, though. Not many teams have a tight end. That's just.
So I'm actually projected to finish. According to projections, I'm projected to finish 3rd.
See,
I don't know.
Okay,
I don't know. I'm projected to finish 3rd. She likes my Woodson is projected to be chopped.
See,
hey, where am I at?
Okay, where's he at? Because I can't see it.
I can't see everything. I don't know if it shows everything. I guess you just see mine, and it says the team that's projected to be chopped. I know. No, where is it at?
I'm destined to be champion. That's what it is.
What's your name? What's the name of your team, Jason?
Silver and Black Haze.
Silver and Black Haze. You're above the cut line. You're projected to finish 90.1. So you're barely.
What about me?
You're barely.
So champion. That screams champion right there, I think.
What's Turf's name?
We play 4 quarters.
You play 4 quarters. You're 94.3. So both of you guys are safe.
It might be a long season, y'all. It might be a long season. Don't let me get through these first 3 weeks. Woo! I'm building.
It's gonna be interesting. It's definitely gonna be interesting.
So okay, so now let me ask you this. See, and this is where I'm in a good position right now, right? So, like Jason, if you want to talk, I mean, dude, I'm not using some of these people on my bench anyways, and I could care less because next week I'm going heavy at that waiver wire, man. Whoever gets cut, if it's a position that I know I'm gonna need, y'all better believe it's gonna be in the 3 digits that I'm making a fat bid. I ain't bidding no weak ass $20 on somebody big, man. I'm putting it out there because I'm trying to build up, but I'm trying to build up from a core player that you just keep working and working and working. You make your money work for you, or you make your trades work for you.
Can I see your starters real quick?
Okay, sure. Let's see.
For a friend, you know.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
checking.
yeah.
Just checking. Just
Okay,
checking
it's
for a
going
friend.
to be who's in my bench that I will probably do something with you with.
Yeah.
And it sounds like you need so this is you right now,
Yeah.
right? And out of all of it, it's looking like maybe it's because it's Madison. Maybe. I'm thinking
It's also
everybody else looks pretty good. So is it because of Madison, maybe?
Yeah, I would because I mean it could go either way, but I just kind of grabbed because there's an opportunity that he could, you know, it's kind of 50-50 that he does shine. You know what I mean? Say Zeus does get hurt or something like crazy like that. So he's gonna him and Abdullah will be the guy.
Okay, so check this out, right? So my starters are locked. Like I'm not trading anybody there unless I'm trading up.
Yeah.
I'm not going to trade anybody there now, right? But I mean, do you want Zach Moss, bro?
I was gonna say Zach Moss. I'll shoot you back.
Okay.
What's his name? When we just call it,
Yeah. No. But that's what I'm saying. It's like we could have a conversation now.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to use Zach Moss anyways. And honestly, Turf, he was going to be somebody I was going to cut next week if someone like Christian McCaffrey shows up in the waiver wire.
So, hey, but just checking first though. Who was it? I'm trying to think. A.T. Perry for.
Nah, bro.
Okay, I'll just check it. Just like I said, just checking A.T. man.
Like all of the people that are cut candidates.
Trying to off A.T. Perry, bro.
All the people that are cut candidates are.
Yeah, that's the first.
Hey, I hate to be the party pooper, but I gotta work in the morning.
Oh, my bad. My bad, Turf.
No, it's all
good. California time. I'm on Central.
Yeah, my bad.
No, it's not your fault. It's me. I'm already yawning, etc. So
no. Turf, so can you shout us out what's going on with you this week? Because I you're gonna end up in LA. But tell everybody so that everybody knows what's up with Turf this week, because you're just Mr. Jet Setter right now.
Well, tomorrow, you already know the greatest show on Turf, right? With the rundown, if you will. That's the Turf and Rundown show, 8:30 Central Standard Time, 9:30 Eastern, and 6:30 Pacific. So we got that. The fellas touch ground Friday. There's a lot going on Friday. I'm so upset I'm missing Bishop playing versus Modern Day. In LA, I'm sure probably, who knows? I don't even want to talk about it. I'm mad I'm missing it, but I will be arriving in Los Angeles Saturday morning, ripe and ready for that Michigan UT game. If y'all don't know, by way of being here for 17 years, I actually am a University of Texas fan, and my youngest wants to go there. So absolutely, we rooting for him, and it'll be interesting to see. Chris hungover, trying to figure out how he's going to watch this game at 9:00 in the morning. So, we got that, and I'm not going to take up too much more time, but last but not least by any means is the tailgate party. Ladies and gentlemen.
Ira G.
Yeah, Ira G, honorary TRS member, hooks it up for us like every which way till Sunday. We got a big, huge tailgate going on in the Pink Lot. All TRS members will be together for the first time ever. That's just going to be epic in itself. I can't wait, man. I've met everybody but Rundown, so that's, hey. And he is the shining star, if you will. So, he's the young buck. But all of this is going on, ladies and gentlemen, right before the game. So if you are in the LA area, absolutely come out. I mean, you'll see it posted everywhere from Friday. I won't even be there yet until Monday morning. So,
and Turf, can I just brag about you a little bit? So Turf is so cool to go with in these games that if you guys get a chance, really do it. Because all I did was go with them to an open practice. And let me tell you guys something, man. If you guys are as old as me and you've watched the show Cheers, where when Norm comes in the bar, everybody goes, Norm! Yeah. That's literally Turf at Allegiant Stadium. Everybody knew who Turf was, man. It was crazy. And he was like, no, Angelo, just come with me. I'm like, all right, man. I don't know if we're supposed to be here, but okay. Just keep walking, bro. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
And the next
My
thing
house,
I know,
man.
next thing I know, guys, Turf is like, I'm in the champion suite, right? He's like sitting in row 1 on the 50-yard line on the handicap chairs. And I'm like, damn, Turf got it like that?
Like a boss.
Turf's the boss, guys. Turf is the boss.
Hey, we take care of our people at Allegiant Stadium, and they take care of us. That's the hint to it all. So if that jogs anything, it should. Hey, take care of our people there, man. Don't give them a hard time. And trust me, man, it'll come back tenfold.
Facts.
Well, Turf, thanks, man. I know you're
Thank
super
you
tired.
guys. Yeah,
So
I
thank
gotta
you.
go to sleep. Yeah, I gotta wake. I got an early meeting.
Hey,
so,
thank you, bro. We
Yeah.
appreciate you. Thanks, Turf.
absolutely. And yeah, y'all keep it up, man. I can't wait. We got to do it every week now since it's for the league, right?
All right, cool, Turf.
Yeah,
We'll do it in
man.
your channel. We'll do it on the Ultimate
I
Raider
can't say we
fan.
got to do a whole hour, but I don't mind jumping on, just for a quick snippet of hey,
All right, cool.
whatever.
Cool.
But let's do something.
All right,
Turf,
thanks, Turf.
Turf.
Thank
Yep.
you.
Turf, always a pleasure, bro. Yes, sir.
So what do you think, Jason? Severe? What do you think? Severe, are you in on trading? Are you not in on trading? Salute to the chat, by the way. I'm sorry, guys. Like, I'm not a podcast person. You guys know this. I don't have my own show. I'm not like Severe, where last night they're doing a 4-hour session and just making everyone laugh. So I apologize if I didn't address the chat. I want to thank everybody who did listen to it. Shout out to the league and everybody. I was just trying to go with my boys and try to ask for all these different questions and whatnot. Paul right now is still doing a draft. So he's in the middle of doing another draft for another league right now. Paul is crazy good at this, man. He's crazy good. But no, Severe, like you're telling me right now you're sitting pretty at number 3 and you wouldn't want to make any moves.
I think I'm a stand pat. Even so, they projected me at number 3. Even if disaster strikes, I won't be last. So I think I'm gonna stand pat this week. But if I see he's really trying to move off of A.T. Perry. Maybe I give him Ricky Pierce. I give
Sleeper. Hey, sleep. That's gonna be a sleeper.
And you know what? Look, listen. That sounds funny to you, right? But if let's say Jason does do that, like Jason doesn't care about A.T. Perry, and he sits there and he goes, "Fine, I'll take him right now." It cost him nothing to do it with you, bro. Now here's the crazy thing: what if Ricky Pearsall is ready week 3? You literally just gave up a first-round wide receiver for A.T. Perry, dude. Should we execute you for that? No, we should not.
Hey, think about this: A.T. DC.
Yeah,
you feel me? Like it? No, yeah. But you know what I'm saying? Hey, but he could, but like I said, he's like one of the first cuts. You know what I'm saying? Like that's gonna be one of the first, and like it's survival mode. Like I said, if I can get through 3 weeks, I can build a strong enough team to linger around and stay around. Yeah. But it's just, but there's within those 3 weeks, there's a possibility that I could get, so.
And again, and you never know, because like Severe, you already know, man. Depends on how they do this. Week 1 is the scariest one because you really don't know who's going to perform.
Yeah.
Right.
Somebody that's why I'm like I'm standing pat a little bit. All right, I'm going. It's some guys that I have my eye on. I'm already checking in on some of the lower teams and seeing like, hey, you know what? If you get cut, bro, I might have to pull out the Jerry Jones wallet and throw it down on the table to grab a guy. So
but you're telling me right now, neither one of you, because I'm just going to show this. Neither one of you would want anyone on this bench right now.
I mean, Zach Moss. Like I said, I'll do Troy Franklin for Zach Moss. Right back at you.
I might do that. Because I have Bo Nix.
Yeah, see, think about it. And then I'm gonna have Purdy or Mahomes up for sale after one of their first buys. I feel like it's Mahomes with the first buy.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Wait. Time out. If I give you right now, see, this is on air, Severe, so okay. if I give you right now Zach Moss for Troy Franklin, would you consider giving me Brock Purdy now for one of the quarterbacks that I have? I don't care. Pick one. It doesn't matter to me.
You know what? I think we're all tired. Yeah.
No. Okay. I mean, is there any
no?
Is
But
there any scenario
nice.
I can give you?
I like that. I liked it.
No. Is
that
there
was
any
definitely a good
scenario I
shot.
can give you that's in this bench that would allow you to give me Brock Purdy right now?
Damn, I would even think like if you gave me your whole bench, that wouldn't do it.
No,
Yeah,
okay.
because I was gonna say
Brock Purdy's one of the people you plan on keeping all the way through to win. Okay,
that's
that makes
kind
sense.
of well, because I have him in Mahomes, so it's like either one, like whoever's kind of on the streak, we're gonna ride with it. But I'm gonna eventually have to bench one for the buy, so I'm planning on getting rid of one as trade bait for something to pretty much try to put me over the top. By that time in the season, it'll be, finish time.
That makes sense. No. So then, Severe, look at this. Final look for you, man. You sure that's what you're rolling with? Because if CeeDee Lamb gets cut, this is what you got.
Yeah, if CeeDee Lamb is hurt, if CeeDee Lamb, that's the only and that's the only thing I'm worried about is CeeDee Lamb. And I might end up. I mean, I think Dontavian Wicks. I like him. I like him. Of course, he's not CeeDee Lamb, but I like him. So I think he can. I think he can do something. But I think it'll be solid. Like I said, I'm just at this point. It's survival. It's like the game survive. What is it? Survive in advance.
Yep, survive in advance.
That's all it's about, man. Survive in advance. That's all. I'm not worried about. I'm not worried about being that top guy because the top person, they're gonna get bad waiver wire position. So I'd rather be, mid to low.
Yeah.
Survive this week. And then I'm in a nice position for the waiver. For the waivers.
Okay. All right. So your plan is you're just gonna stay put. So even like right now, Severe, even right now, if I were to say to you, and again, this is just hypothetical, all right, but since we're on air, man, just in case CeeDee Lamb does get hurt, is there anything that you'd like to offer me for anyone that was on that bench anyways, like Ladd McConkey or anyone at all that you were thinking? Do you want to look at the bench again, or you're just gonna hold strong because you didn't sound that.
The only person I'd be interested in would
Zach
be
Moss. Is it Zach Moss?
That's the only person I'd be interested in.
Okay, all right. Hold on. Wait. Yeah. Okay. So,
guys, I hate to cut. I gotta go, but
you're out. Okay, all right. We're about to close that out anyway. But Jason, you want me to call you, or you want me? You don't want any of the trades?
AT Perry for Zach Moss. Got you. No problem. And I'll even throw you $10.
Text me on the side.
No, for sure. No, hey, yeah. We could definitely talk about.
All right, cool. All right, thanks, bro. Thanks, Jason.
For sure. Thank you, Severe, too, man.
All right, for sure. Yeah, I'm about to head out too in a minute, man.
Yeah, no, we're about to close it out. Thanks, Jason.
There's a live Sunday, or there's 2 live Sunday before and after the game. So I would say if you guys want to hop on too, for sure, we can talk about it either after the aftermath, or what I'm saying, what goes down.
Hey, Jason. So wait. On your channel, shout out your channel real quick. So on Raider Nation, Jason, you're gonna do a live on
Sunday 9 a.m. and then 4 p.m. So we're gonna talk about what happened, what we seen, like what it looked like.
Cool. All right, cool. Raider Nation Jason onto YouTube. Severe, what do you got coming up then for you into 50-50? You got Around the Shield on Friday. Around the Shield on Friday with Big Mike Raider, Pharaoh, and yourself.
Yeah.
All right. And then anything Saturday, Sunday? Are you guys doing any fun?
Probably Saturday night. Me, Pharaoh, and Mike. I'm in LA. Pharaoh's coming out here. Mike is not too far from LA, so we're all supposed to link up. We might do something Saturday night. Me and Pharaoh, we're gonna be at the tailgate with the TRS crew. So we're probably doing some vlogging from there. Probably do something small pregame. and probably something after the game as well. So, just be on the lookout for that, man. Hit the notification bells on my channel at the Severe Raider. And if you're a fan going to the game, anybody that's going to be in that area, or you just want to hit up the tailgate, the best way to get in contact with me is via social media at the Severe Raider on Twitter, at the Severe Raider on Instagram, on TikTok. I'm not really on TikTok a lot, or at the Severe Raider on Snapchat as well. So yeah, if you guys want to be there, guys want to come through, say what's up, chop it up. Want to tell me I'm a hater, tell me I suck, tell me to take off the red hat, anything like that.
What? Tell me about again the red hat, because maybe people don't know about the red hat. What is the deal with the red hat?
So, I mean, the red is my favorite color. So,
Okay.
I figured out a way to incorporate that into my Raiders fandom. But there's literally every show I do, there's always some people that say, "Oh, take off that red hat. Those are Chiefs colors, or that's 49ers colors," or something like that. So all the time, like, despite it being a Raiders hat with the Raiders logo, they just hate the red hat. I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is.
Wow.
But yeah,
Okay.
this is my favorite hat. Red hat is almost like, I'm trying to think of a boxing analogy.
Yeah. Give me a boxing.
Red hat Severe is like Mike Tyson without the robe. That's like Mike Tyson with just the cut off towel.
Yeah, that's the good Mike Tyson.
Just the black, exactly. That's the
that's the Mike Tyson we all loved, man.
Red hat Severe is that on that kind of energy. No holds barred. I'm coming to win.
When you don't have the red hat, you're just like calm.
I'm a little nicer. Red hat Severe is the Severe that got labeled a hater because I was overly critical of the team. So.
No, I didn't know that. Okay, yeah. All right, okay. So I didn't know that Red Hat Severe is a thing. Then I know. Okay,
Red Hat Severe. I got Hollywood Severe too. I think were you in the audience for that show? Hollywood Severe?
No. What's Hollywood Severe?
Hollywood Severe is that's what I did after Gardner Minshew got named, because the night before, when we presumed that Aiden O'Connell was going to be the name the starting quarterback, because Gardner Minshew had a bad game, and Aiden O'Connell had a mid game, but then he threw that interception. But we all just assumed, like, what, Gardner Minshew didn't take the bull by the horns. He didn't like put a stamp on it. Cam. If you're like calling me Cam Newton, calling me like R&B Severe, all kind of stuff. So but everybody was talking trash, because everybody knows I was pulling for Minshew. I thought that the most advantageous thing for the organization would be for Aiden O'Connell to win it, just because he's younger. He got, more team control over him, for longer, and he's cheaper. So it'd have been more advantageous for us to win. But I was pulling for Gardner, just because I think the ceiling of the offense this year is higher with Gardner, because of his play style. But so when he got announced, so everybody's talking all kind of crap when they assumed it was going to be Aiden O'Connell.
Yeah.
When Gardner Minshew got named the starter, it was a little bit of a celebratory night. So I had on the Raiders robe. I had on some shades. I had on the fedora. I had like a goblet with some. So
you came out like Hugh Hefner, bro. You were basically Playboy Raider Severe, Playboy Severe.
It was Hollywood Severe, man. It was Hollywood Severe. It was fun times. It was fun times. We had a good time that show. It was hot as all get out. Oh my God, I was sweating profusely. But it was one of those things. Got to make sacrifices, man. Got to make sacrifices for the nation.
So then you're one of the people that are really, you're not nervous. You're really confident that we're going to do super well this year. Like, I get the whole, that's, of course, we got to put our positive energy towards them. But in truth, like, I'm not going to lie, like, I am a little nervous, a little bit. Like, we went 9-8 last year. So I said we would do 10-7, but now I'm kind of like, I hope we do 10-7. So I went from we're definitely going to do 10-7 to I really hope we're going to do 10-7. But you're saying for sure we're going to do something good with Gardner Minshew.
So my record prediction was 10-7. I put our basement kind of like, in our range. Oh yes, somebody was asking about, are they allowed or not? But they would put our basement at like 8. I think I said 9-8. 9-8. But no, 8-9 is realistic. But I put our record prediction at 10-7. I think our ceiling, honestly, is like 12-5.
Woo!
But my prediction was 10-7. So
And this is with Gardner Minshew as the quarterback.
this was Gardner Minshew. But like it's negligible. It's negligible. Yeah, I don't think there's that much separation between the two guys. I think a team with Gardner Minshew at quarterback, I think they're going to score more points, but I think Gardner Minshew is going to also turn the ball over more. I think a team quarterback by Aiden O'Connell is going to score less points, probably take more sacks, but I think he's going to protect the ball more and allow our defense to kind of dictate the tempo. So I think there's degrees of there's not too many degrees of separation between the two guys, to be honest with you.
Okay. All right. Hey man, you're super positive, dude. Like I never hate on, I mean, we talk about boxing all the time and you'll say some crazy shit to me and I'll be like, all right, that's cool. I'll take it. No, I mean, it's fine to me because, I'm gonna hold on to my Ben Whitaker's the next Troy Jones.
I've been pretty spot on.
You have though. That's true. And you do know your boxing really well. So that's
my
true.
scorecards have been holding up pretty well too.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And true for the Raider Nation too. So all right, man. I'm gonna let you go. So before I let you go, you want Zach Moss for who again?
I'll text you.
Okay.
We'll talk shop. We'll talk shop.
Right. I'll definitely. I mean, again, man, they're on my bench anyways.
I definitely want Zach Moss though, but we'll talk shop.
Okay.
What?
All right, cool. Let me do my advice. Hey, thanks, guys. I'm sorry. Whichever channel you were on, again, man, I am not a podcaster. I'm not on my own shows. These guys are the experts. I was just doing a fun fantasy thing and catching up with the boys. So thanks if you joined us. We appreciate you. Thanks, Severe. And then yeah, check these guys out. They're gonna be in LA. So thanks, Severe.
Thank you, man.